Mao's Top 10 Moments, selected and presented by Lara C. Talking on the radio allowed people to know Mao's plans and know what to do. Mao was able to persuade people by telling them how great the things they were doing were and to keep doing it. In other words, the radio was a way for him to motivate people to go along with the revolution, and a way to allow people to know what was going on. Kids being Red Guards very early allowed the new generation to grow up believing what they were told, which was to trust and believe what Mao said. Mao taking the Great Swim allowed people to see how powerful Mao was, and that swimming was something only people in high power could do. It also made people feel threatened. The assembly in Tiananmen Square allowed people to see how good of a chairman Mao was. If you weren't sure you trusted Mao, Red soldiers would tell you great stories about Mao inspiring them, or how the Little Red Book helped them through dark times. While Japan fought the nationalists, the communists, under Mao's command, were recovering from all the damage the nationalists did to the Communist Army, and other things. The Japanese weakened the nationalists, and by doing so, helped the communists. While the nationalists were fighting against the Japanese, Mao was busy helping the Communist Army recover. When he did, the nationalists had no time to recover when they were forced into battle again. The communists had an unfair advantage, so they easily beat the nationalists. Mao joining the Communist Party allowed him to learn from powerful people on how to be powerful and other things. This also allowed him to have resources whenever he needed help and people who would do whatever he asked because they trusted him. Mao becoming chairman of China allowed him to have very high power. If people didn't know Mao, now they did. People would do what others believed, in a way, peer pressure. So, if somebody liked Mao, other people were inspired to do that as well. The Great Leap Forward killed about 40 million people because of starvation. It started with something as simple as a 5-year economic plan and ended up being one of China's deadliest disasters. Under Mao's command, everyone had to turn in all of their things made of iron so they could melt it and use it for mining purposes. Most of their tools for planting were also melted, which was one of the main reasons of 2 failed harvests that led to starvation. The Cultural Revolution was a huge scandal in China and mainly the reason people remember Mao. People were sorted into categories and classes, and they had to choose between their parents and Mao, and whether they would fight for the revolution or against it. Many people chose what Mao said, and fought against their parents and even turned them into the Red Guards. People who were your friends one day, the next day could be your decision between life or death.